Hello and welcome back to another episode of Icebox Insiders. I'm Michael Schwab here with Jackson Adams, and today's it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one. News just came out that Carlos Correa is out for the season. The team beat the Dodgers, and you know we're just trying to figure out what to do now. We're trying to figure out what to do, but we're glad you're listening. We're glad you're here. Jackson, what the heck is going on? What are we doing?
Uh, yeah, I don't know. We're kind of just coping. That's that's kind of what we've been doing over the last month. But
100%.
it's okay because the team actually, I will say, the team actually they've won 4 of their last 5 games, which is something that I think can be celebrated a little bit. They play tomorrow, Cincinnati. They start a series versus Cincinnati tomorrow. So, you know, at the time of this recording, we don't know what the final score of the Dodgers game is on Wednesday. So, um, we really have no idea. This team could end the Dodgers series and go to Cincinnati and maybe get on one, or they could lose the Dodgers series and we might not even know what the team looks like on Friday. So we could have a lot of different things happen, and I think it's just time to just try to enjoy baseball. I think that's how I've been living.
Jackson, I don't know how to enjoy baseball right now, I'll be honest with you, but it's okay. It's okay. We still love the
Fair.
team. We still going to watch. Hey, you know, we've seen the lineups later. Could be a different situation. Read out this date, May 7th, what the lineup was in 2022.
Yeah, so I this day in Astros history, the Astros rolled out a lineup in 2022, which is the golden year. And this was it. Leading off, Chas McCormick. Hitting second, Nico Goodrum. Hitting third, Alex Bregman. Hitting fourth, Jordan Alvarez. Hitting fifth, Yuli Gurriel. Hitting sixth, Kyle Tucker. Hitting seventh, Jeremy Pena. Hitting eighth, Jason Castro. And hitting ninth, Jose Siri.
I mean, this is what it is, though. It's like lineups are fun to judge and look at. And at that date, I can remember people just freaking out about it. But, you know, they still won it all that year. And now the lineups today are looking a little like Sugarland. But sometimes you do need a little bit of change. You need to try different things. They've had, I think, 37 different lineups this year, 38, which is a lot. But that's a funny one to me. I mean, I bet you can go back to every year and just see the insane lineups they've had. But okay, that's what happened in 2022. That's the lineup now. Today, where we stand at time of recording, Astros are 15-22. Here's where it's hilarious. They're 4 games back. The AL West is an absolute disaster. There's only one team above 500. It's the Athletics. Okay. The Astros are also 2.5 games back on the wild card, and it's only May 6th. So,
Wait, can I add something to this too?
please.
This isn't like, okay, everyone's freaking out right now. Just to put everything into perspective, the AL West isn't the only bad division in baseball. Baseball is currently in the most competitive place it's ever been in ever. This is the most well-rounded I've ever seen Major League Baseball. Like, ever. You've got the AL Central, who is being led by the White Sox, I'm pretty sure right now, which is crazy. And there's not a team in that division over 500. Not a team in the division over 500.
No one's over 500. It's right now at the moment Tigers, Guardians, and then a step below the White Sox, and then the Royals, and then the Twins. I'm saying we're all within 2 games. It is such a crapshoot in the AL Central right now.
You look around the league, you've got all these very competitive playoff caliber good squads, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Phillies, the Mets, the Astros, all these teams that are going to make the playoffs. I still have hope in the Mets. I still have hope in the Phillies. Same way I still have hope in the Astros. These teams will make it in. And they're competing and they're bottom of the barrel right now, but it's a competitive league. You know it's competitive when freaking Pirates are 4 games above 500. That it's it's a very, very, very good league. Very good league right now.
I know. Yeah, I mean, that's what a difference between the AL Central and the NL Central when you got
Oh my
everyone over
gosh.
500, right? And that's what's so funny is that Pittsburgh's 19-17, but they're 5 games back. The Astros are 15-22 and 4 games back. So it really matters what division you're in. But
Yeah.
okay, we're doing a little bit of hopium right now. I do want to kind of go down into the dumps, just a little bit of the Correa thing, because I feel like this
Okay.
is kind of top of mind, top news, what it all means. We can talk about all the issues the Astros have right now. I will tell you though, we'll talk about it a bit. The pitching has looked much better, but right now the Correa thing. So the news broke that he tore a tendon in his left ankle and he's out for the season, which if the lockout happens next year, we don't have baseball at all next year, we may not see Carlos Correa until 2028, which I don't understand what that looks like. Now, just a quick fresher, if there's no games next year because of the lockout, all contracts are pretty much the same. You just kind of move everything down a year. He's still with the Astros for many, many years, but this is a big, big loss, not just with his bat. He was hitting pretty good. He's in the 280s, having clutch hits, but you're losing a huge leader and a major defender. Talk about, in your opinion, how devastating this is.
I mean, I think it sucks.
It
Sorry.
does.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is maybe we'll score more runs with runners in scoring position now. But that's a complete joke. Correa was doing a really, really good job. He was fluctuating around the lineup. He hit third sometimes. He hit second. He hit first. I think he hit fifth a couple times this year. Carlos Correa was moving everywhere for the team because he understands that he's the anchor.
Right.
Carlos Correa is the guy that can lead off the second. He can lead off the first. He can lead off the third. Correa can go and really hit anywhere. We've seen Correa hit eighth in the golden age of Astros baseball. So it definitely sucks to lose a guy like this. But I also told Schwabi this earlier. If I know anyone's going to come back stronger than ever from this, it's Carlos. You know what I mean? He has dealt with some really crazy injuries, and he'll be back. And that's why I'm not as worried. It does suck. It sucks to lose a guy like this, but you know that the guys will fight for Carlos. You know that Altuve will go out there and put his best out for Carlos. You know that Walker and Jeremy and all these guys that care about Correa are going to go out there and they're going to put their best forth. So we'll see how the team responds. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, for me, I don't think it's time to chalk the season. Is my opinion.
I'm with you. I think that here's a couple different things. Number one, hilarious. All the media and everyone pushing for Perez to be traded, where it's like, hey buddies, this is why you need depth. This is why you need depth. You've just lost your third baseman.
Well,
there you go.
They've done such a good job getting Easthawk in the lineup every day.
He's been in the lineup.
Yeah, Jeremy's gotten injured, so that's made it easier. But it's been awesome to watch them deal with this. And Jordan's gotten a fair share of play in left field, and Altuve has played second base. I don't think he's DH'd at all this year yet. So, really, really good carousel.
That's a good carousel, and that's I give that to Spada for making that happen. I mean, I will say the biggest thing is, man, good thing they didn't make the trade. The roster, though, could have been.
Would be really nice on this team. I said Peyton Toll would be really nice on this team right now. Though.
Yes, I know. I agree. But I don't think it was happening. It's like, would Perez fix the Red Sox season? Who knows? But it's glad he's an Astro right now. He's made for Dyken Park. I mean, your Jeremy's going to take rehab this weekend. You've got guys who are stepping up in the dirt. I think the hitting's never been a problem this year. We've seen that. The pitching has been. And that's starting to turn around in its own way. And you've got signs of people coming back. Imai's going to pitch. I mean, he looked okay. He threw a lot of balls. in the raw balls. Got a lot of walks in Sugarland. Hader looked good. So, yeah, you don't want to be this far under 500 in the beginning of May, but it hurts to lose Correa. It hurts to lose a leader. I do think people can step up, and you and I were talking about it. Who do you think? You were just saying it. Who do you think is going to step up and has to and has kind of as a leader and with his bat?
Yeah, I was telling Schwabi, I think I think the guy that is going to step up big for this team is Christian Walker. And yeah, the performance has been great. He's hitting over 300 right now. He hit a homer off of Otani on Tuesday night, which was awesome to watch. Dodgers owner, and it's been really fun to watch him rebound and have a healthy start to a year. He's never had that before, so he's having the best start of his career, and I think now he's in a comfortable spot with the Houston Astros franchise, with the players around him, that he believes I can be a leader because that's what he was in Arizona. Christian
Mm-hmm.
Walker was there for a long time before Carroll and Ketel Marte and Alec Thomas and Geraldo Perdomo and Gabriel Moreno. He was there before all of those guys, and he was the reason they got to the World Series. Without Christian Walker, this team wouldn't have had the mental fortitude to be able to go to the World Series. They had to beat the Phillies. They had to beat all these the Dodgers. They beat all these crazy difficult teams to beat. And Christian Walker was the anchor there. So you lose an anchor in Correa, but then you gain an anchor in Christian Walker, who has a voice and a presence in this clubhouse now.
No, hopefully you just have a situation where it's next man up, and the Astros have been that way for many, many years. But that's what you have to see from a leadership standpoint. And so, for someone like Walker, who okay, a couple of different things that are really standing up for me is this guy is not a good for average hitter. He hasn't been. He's been a 230, 240 hitter, tons of home runs. He's hitting above 300 right now. And so to me, he's changed everything. He's changed how he's looking at the ball. He's not striking out much as he historically does. He's got this seriousness to himself. He's second on the team in home runs. He's tied for RBIs. He's showing with his bat who he can be, and he's doing it at home, and he's doing it away. And that was the thing that I had mentioned episodes before is for this team to be decent, Christian's got to hit at home. He's doing it everywhere. And so that's a good sign for him. And I've had different people I've talked to, some reporters who knew Walker when he was with the Diamondbacks and said, just stand up guy, great dugout person, someone you want in the clubhouse. So he's doing that. Maybe it's the mustache, it's the vibes, but now he's going to have to stand up as a leader, and his bat's showing it, and definitely his glove. So good to see that with Walker. Who else needs to step up, do you think?
I think Cam Smith.
Yeah.
I think I think that's the guy. I think Cam Smith is a general of the outfield right now, even though he's in right. Christian Walker's going to have to be your guy in the infield. Let's just be honest. Well, actually, I completely forgot about this. Christian Vasquez, your new starting catcher. That could be a really big component to this team, building some wins. Christian Vasquez, we know, is the vibes guy. So you get him in the lineup every day. You get him around the guys every day. You've got a really good catcher platoon right now in Christian Vasquez and Cesar Salazar, who are both really, really good defensive minds behind the plate. And I love them back there. So you're not going to get it from Altuve. You're not going to get it from Brandon Shoemake and Nick Allen, or you're not going to get it from Isak or Cole or Matthews. So there's really three guys in my eyes that are going to have to step up, and that's Walker, Smith, and Vasquez. And those are the guys that I would really want it to be.
Well, I mean, look at Vasquez too. Like he's batting above 300 himself.
That's
So,
crazy.
it's just these people, everyone's doing their best. Paredes is getting better. He started out slow, but he's getting better. And who knows if he was distracted with the trade talk or whatever. He's looking fine. Altuve's in a bit of a slump, but his numbers started so strong, he'll come back. He
He'll be
100% will.
He does.
He'll be back. He always does. He finds ways to hit. I think it's going to be interesting that when Jeremy Pena comes back, he needs to step back into that leadoff role, and he needs to take control.
Yeah.
Because they were absolutely insane when he was leading it off. And you need his glove and shortstop. Nick Allen is good enough. He started off rough, but I do think Nick Allen is definitely good enough to play shortstop. But man, it's just like a finagling of the roster dealing with these injuries, and I can't figure out what the heck is going on. It's to me a situation where maybe I don't want to say they're pushing too hard because these are professionals, but maybe they're trying too hard. Maybe they're trying to get back. Maybe they're trying to get back from injuries. This is what I think happened with the pitchers. Now hitters are going down. It's not easy to be the top level team like this and to be down so much. And so
Yeah.
I think they need to chill out. And the only way they can do that is if the pitching comes back strong. But like I said, it's been looking much better.
Way better.
From a pitching standpoint. I'm a little frustrated, Jackson. Can I tell you why I'm frustrated?
Can I guess why you're frustrated?
You say your guess, and then I'll say mine if it's completely different.
Okay. Ryan Weiss.
No. Well,
okay.
He's a part of it. I believe in him, but he is a part of it. I'm frustrated, and you were yelling this from the rooftops. I'm frustrated they didn't go a 6-man rotation to start it off with Eric Getty in there. And I'm frustrated Peter Lambert didn't get a chance as well.
I'm not mad that Lambert didn't get a chance. That's understandable. Like, it makes sense. You go into the season with 5-6 strong guys. Should have been Eric Getty. 6 strong guys on the rotation. It's okay. And then Lambert's your next guy up. That makes complete sense to me. So Lambert not getting his shot until now is perfect sense. And I'm really, really happy with how he's pitching. 7 shutout innings versus the Dodgers. Are you kidding me?
Against the Dodgers.
You did that, Lambert. And
yeah, he did.
And I saw Dodgers saying, well, Ohtani wasn't in the lineup. All right, bro. But
people always complaining.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of times these last 3 days that I've heard, I'll never forget 2017, dude. Yo, wrap it up, dude. It's too much.
I've been trying my best not to pay attention to that because it's the same people every time. I think they're just looking for something to be frustrated and mad about. It's annoying. We get it. You guys are sad. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the $8 billion franchise, the $360 million roster complaining about something a decade ago? They've won back-to-back World Series. You've got the greatest player of all time, and you're complaining about something a decade ago.
I think they're not real fans. I think there's maybe 5 great Dodger fans, and the rest are just Laker fans, or maybe they pretend to be Yankees fans.
Did you see what Teoscar Hernandez said the other day, yesterday?
What did he say?
They asked him about, one of the reporters asked him a trap question, like, how does it feel still having the 2017 World Series ring? Because he got it for being on the team.
Right.
He goes, something along the lines, I don't remember verbatim, but just they gave me a chance when nobody else would, and I'll always respect the Astros for that.
Yeah, that's great.
And I love that, and I love that from him because there's actual respect and love there, and I appreciate that because he could have given the Cody Bellinger PR answer and just be a jerk about it, but he didn't.
Those are 2 guys, Bellinger and what's his old face, frowny face guy,
Joe Kelly,
who just did everything they can to live the moment, and no one cares. No one cares about Joe Kelly, and Cody Bellinger has done nothing. So
I think it's funny also because Joe Kelly was on the 2018 Red Sox. So
just saying, dude, did he have an Apple Watch? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Cody Bellinger, the amount of people that have said the Dodgers were cheating, players, it's like, dude, come on. You're just dragging it for the fun of it, dude.
It's marketing, bro. He just wants to be seen.
Yeah.
He wants to be seen. All right, so
it's crazy.
We don't know the outcome of the game. Lance is pitching. Lance pitched yesterday as we're recording, but I think from a standpoint of what happens next is all right. We know who needs to step up from a hitting standpoint. And we've got people in the lineup that can do it. Zach Cole came back. He got a home run when he came back. That was a good time for you. There's some young blood, good things happening. The outfield's doing great. Um, the pitching. I want to know kind of what the next stages are. So Peter Lambert looked great. Arrietty's been looking good.
Better
I
than
think
good.
better than
Arrietty's
good.
been looking like an ace.
Phenomenal. He's looking like an ace. He's phenomenal. So, I know that Hunter probably is going to come back in June. Let's say early June. Do you think they can turn it around with the pitching? Do you think they are turning it around with the pitching?
They definitely are turning around with the pitching right now. The bullpen's finally starting to get a little bit more rest, which is the key to everything for me. I
Yes.
think optioning Ryan Weiss was a good idea. I
Yeah.
think he does need to go down AAA for now just to get his fastball and his control and sort, because Weiss does really good when he initially comes out of the bullpen, but he really struggles with his dugout transition. Whenever he has to go down to the bench and then come back out, he really struggles to get it back going to where it was. So I hope Weiss can get back on track with that. I do think that the team is making a really, really, really big mistake right now.
And what's that?
The Tatsuya Ime making his next start with the Astros decision is
Yeah.
not good at all. I love Ime. I want him to succeed, and I'm praying that he does. But a guy that didn't even throw 50% strikes and back-to-back rehab starts, walking 4 to 5 guys. It's just, you're going to bring him up to an already struggling pitching staff so that he can figure it out at the bigs. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that makes me worried. I mean, you've got Cincinnati coming up. So on Friday, tomorrow you got Mike Burrows.
And they're a good team.
Cincinnati is good, and they're kind of like a scrappy hitting team.
Yeah.
Like they've got some guys who can get some stuff done, and then
They're
they'll
also
just pile it
mouthy,
on top
man.
of you.
Cincinnati's very mouthy.
Oh yeah, they're ready to fight.
Like Sal Stewart and Nate Lau and Ellie De La Cruz, man, they got some attitude over there. We got to bring our A game.
So you've got Burrows on Friday, which I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from him of late. And he's still got some nasty stuff. Arrietty on Saturday. I'm happy about what we're seeing for them. And then if they're saying the next start is Imai, are they saying
That would be
he's going to be against Seattle. So he'll be in Seattle. So we don't know who Sunday will be. So Imai is probably going to be Monday against Seattle. So maybe he has a good bullpen. He's not throwing. He's still got some good swing and miss stuff. He's just so many walks. That's my worry. It's like you said.
I think he needs to throw his fastball less.
Probably, and just try to get him to whiff at everything.
I don't know what the rate at which he's throwing his fastball is right now, but he just needs to Brian Abreu his way back into throwing his fastball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Completely just overhandle and throw your slider till they're swinging at it too much, and then they stop swinging at it, so then you just go to the fastball, and then boom.
There you go. That's true. Hey, good for him. I mean, it was a little bit of a rough outing, but he still got out of it. So I'm glad that Abreu's turning it around. There's some guys in the bullpen who are looking good. I don't want any more openers. Give me starting pitchers. Over.
And I said no to openers when Kai Tang was announced as the opener. It's so I'm gonna say it in words so that it's not just on text on a screen. You have a pitching staff that sucks in the first inning and that has gotten 8 guys injured plus already. And then you go, let me turn around and get our best reliever right now, and let's throw him out to the front lines and see what happens. And then, of course, his worst outing of the year. And it's like, dude, come on, guys. And then Ryan Weiss comes out and goes 5-6 shutout innings versus the Orioles and pumping 98, 99. Just why didn't we just start the game with him? It didn't make any sense.
I know. I think sometimes these things are overthinking. I think sometimes The choice of who they pick for the bullpen is sometimes overthinking too. Like, don't love it that
Yeah.
Abreu went back to back and then pitched in another game right after that. But, they're trying to build his confidence up, and I just hope he stays strong. I hope he stays strong. But hey, let's look at past 7 days. McCullers, well, his numbers are going to look different, but Lambert 1.59 ERA past 7 days. Kaiwei Tang, 2 games, hasn't allowed a run. Brian King, 2.25. Cody Bolton, 2.7. I'm seeing a lot of good things
And a big
over the
gritty win in
past.
Boston.
Yeah. I'm seeing something happening slowly. Now, it's what we've talked about before. You can't get too deep into a hole, but the Astros keep digging a hole, and then the AL West keeps throwing dirt into that hole over and over. So the hole keeps getting dug, and then the AL West is like, no, it's okay. We're going to keep you in it. We're going to keep you in it. So we've stayed in this like waiting pattern to where the pitching just needs to catch up. The hitting's been great. I think the place that we're at now is, how do you fix this team? It's the pitching. So are they going to turn it around? Is it looking like they can? I mean, holding the Dodgers to 1 run to me is a big deal. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they do. Obviously, I have a lot more hope than people saying to trade Hunter Brown and Jeremy Pena. And
I
I
can't.
mean, yeah, it's crazy conversations on Astros Twitter right now. If you can avoid it, just do. But they are a really good ball club. This is something. Obviously, like I said, I have more hope because I sit down and watch every game. But I believe in the offense, and I know that the pitching will be there eventually because Hunter Brown's going to come back, and Lance McCullers, I feel, is only going to get better as the season goes on.
Correct.
I think that he'll only develop more spin. I think that his arm will only get more strong. I don't think Lance McCullers is going to get weaker. And I think Spencer Arrighetti will only get better as the season goes on. Mike Burrows, who's young, will only get better as the season ages. Plus, Tatsuya Ime will only adjust more. So you've got these opportunities. And the Astros could lose. I mean, hey, the Astros have 40 losses to work with if it won 106 wins. Let me just say that. So we've got space. You have space, man. What day is it? It's May 7th.
It's a Thursday.
It's May 7th, and we're talking about the trade deadline. We're talking about the trade deadline on May 7th. Come on.
And this is just a little rant I'm going to do, but like, this is not football or basketball. Baseball is so different. You can't just like do a rebuild and trade your best players and, hey, they're going to be great next year. No. If you rebuild, if you get rid of Yordan Alvarez, if you get rid of your top players, you're pretty much saying that, hey, we're looking 5 years down the road, because you can't just like take a top level major league player and expect to get someone right back from it just because of that. You're getting rid of prospects. That's what you're doing. You're going to send a lot of them to get someone who's decent, maybe throw a major leaguer in there to get someone else, but you can't just get rid of a team and call it a day. You got to let free agents leave. You got to let their contracts expire. And that's how you keep going at this level. So I don't want to hear any more about this trade Yordan. It's stupid. It is so dumb. That's not going to help you tomorrow or the next year or the year after that. You got to keep your top people and build around it. So whenever Astros Twitter, or even I've heard freaking news people talk about it, they need to shut up. It's just how it is. People come back healthy. Maybe you finish with 80 wins if it's that bad. But, I'm still not holding out any chance that this team can't come back. They've done it before. They're only 4 games back.
Yeah.
What's with good pitching? They can probably do something good.
The other thing that I think is like, who's stopping us? The AL Central's weak. The AL West is weak. The AL East is weak. You've got no reason.
The AL is weak. The AL is weak.
Well, honestly, I think the league is weak because you just showed what can beat the Dodgers. And I've preached this. I've preached this from the mountaintops for the last eight seasons, probably. The Dodgers aren't a scary team because there's one way to beat them, and it's the same way you beat everybody else. You pitch good. And if you pitch good, you'll freaking win. And you've got dogs on this roster that want to go out there and compete. Because I know Hunter Brown is sitting in the dugout nightly going, I can't wait to be back out on that field. Hunter Brown is waiting. He's waiting mentally to go to the Bronx and pitch 8 shutty versus the Yankees in October. Lance McCullers wants so badly to walk off the mound screaming after 6 innings pitched 1 earned run versus the Dodgers. You know what I mean? You signed a guy this offseason, Tattoo Ime, who said all he wants to do is beat the Dodgers. So
right.
You've got no reason to be scared and fret and like be scared of these teams because the Astros have good pitching. I still think they have one of the best bullpens in the game. Josh Hader comes back on the 23rd. And you've got Brian Abreu, who's rebounding. You've got Kaiwei Tang, who's doing really well. Stephen O'Kirk, Brian King, Inyel De Los Santos. It doesn't make any sense to me to think that the Astros on May 7th are completely out of this thing because they could beat anyone that they want to, and I believe that on a nightly basis.
Correct. And the recipe for this is, we've said it 1,000 times this episode, is pitching. But they got to keep the runs down to start. They got to keep the runs down to start because, like, here's some different stats for you. After 6 innings, if they're leading, they're 13-1 this season. After 6 innings, if they trail, they're 0-18. And that's because they trail by a lot.
Yeah.
They're after 7 innings, they're 0-20 if they're trailing. So they have to keep the runs down at the beginning. That's the biggest thing. And it's been the first and second innings. It's been their starting. It's been some bullpen stuff in the middle, but I am confident that the bullpen is figuring it out, especially with Hader coming back. So that to me is like that winning recipe is if you can keep the runs down, the offense will produce enough. It's so simple. It's so stupid that it's simple.
Yeah, for sure.
Can they do it? That's the next question, you know? So, the problem with this roster is they signed a bunch of unknowns. Great players, but unknowns. People who didn't pitch with a major league level at what they're supposed to be. But they had the stuff that can prove it. And that's stuff that the Astros have done before, where they've tried to make it work and the pitching academy has worked. It's just blooming a little bit later for this team. That's the scary thing.
Well, you already know the Astros are going to have to make a big trade.
Yeah, they'll have to trade for a big pitcher. That's what's going to happen. And it'll be at the deadline.
And speaking of trading, when you trade prospects. And there are 2 guys that better not be touched. Because Kevin Alvarez and Xavier Nians are the 2. I'm going to say it. These are the 2 best Astros prospects I've seen in over a decade. These guys are absolutely phenomenal. Do you have their stats pulled up? Or should I pull them up?
Bring them up. But they were drafted last year. Xavier was drafted last year, and then Kevin was an international free agent.
Yes.
Both guys looking good. Now, just something to preface, this is for Fayetteville. So, low A, what are they calling it now? Low A. They're doing good. They're doing great down there. Yeah. Can they produce for the Hooks? Can they produce for Corpus? That's what you're going to need to see. Xavier, both of the guys very, very young too. So that's the problem, is that if you've got a mindset and you've got someone like Dana who is worried about his job, I wouldn't hold on to names like Kevin and Xavier right now. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Jim likes to win.
Xavier Nians is currently hitting .286 with 6 homers, 18 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases with a .979 OPS and 80 at-bats.
How many? And 80 at-bats. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then Kevin Alvarez, the 18-year-old, is hitting 264 with 3 homers, 11 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases in 87 at bats. Still, for an 18-year-old, he's making his pro debut this year. He's been incredible. I've loved watching it. I mean, they've done a great job, and they're 1-2 in the lineup at Fayetteville, going back to back. It feels like every day. It's been crazy to watch.
I think that's what's very excited about the future of this team. It's just that it just depends what the window looks like now. Now, if you're in a situation where this team's not going to be buyers at the deadline, then those guys will be safe. If you're sellers, if you're buyers, those guys need to be watching out. If you're sellers, they'll stick around. And then the Astros have a great draft coming up too. They've got a great situation with a lot of great picks, a lot to work with, a lot to build the farm up. I mean, at this level, I'm always seeing it like when you have a good farm, that just means you got good people to trade. That's how it works. That's how baseball works, especially at this level. If you want to rebuild and be good down the road, then you need your farm system to be Major League baseball players down the road. So hopefully they're fine, but they're looking good. I'm still frustrated we traded Jacob Melton for 5 innings of Justin Verlander practically. But
To be fair, though, Melton's done nothing. So
on other teams. But yeah, for sure.
Have you seen how good the people from this previous draft class are pitching right now?
Oh, they're tearing it up, aren't they?
Yeah, it's well. Also, I just want to preface, and this is not to. I'm not being rude in saying this. I think the Astros scouting department is second to none. I think these guys are absolutely phenomenal at their job, and it kind of sucks to me that the GM gets all the credit for that. Like, I'm not taking a dig at Dana Brown, but I'm just saying, like, these guys are phenomenal at what they're doing, and 95% of Astros fans have no idea what their names are.
Yep, this is true. I mean, this has always been the case too, is that, and even then, Dana has been here, 3 seasons? Some of these people who have been there for before him. That's the makings of what a good team is, and that's what good development
Even before
is.
that, some people have been here before Altuve.
I mean, there have been people who've been for a while, especially scouts. So I think that's the beauty of it, is it's scouting, it's development, it's coaching, minor league coaching. The Astros are some of the best at it. It's just, can they keep it going? That's a good question for many people. So 15-22 is the record. 4 games under at the moment as we record. You've got Cincinnati coming up. You got the Mariners next.
And then the Rangers.
Then you got the Rangers. Man, I hope I'm not being such a weirdo, but I just feel like I'm not panicked yet. I don't know what I need to do. I'm sad about Carlos. You've got Reds, Mariners, Rangers, Twins. I mean, if you have great series against the Mariners and Rangers, you have a different AL West at the moment. And then you get the Twins and then Rangers again.
I think I would light my house on fire if we go 7-0 versus the Mariners and Rangers.
You gotta stop doing this. Dude, don't do that.
Dude, look, I'm just saying it's not gonna happen. Look, have you seen the lineup tweets that I put out?
They've been funny. You've been apologizing.
I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I have to tell you all the lineup today. Here it is. That's how I feel. I sit down. It's a 7:00 game. I pull my chair up to my desk. I get my iPad and I, go to the Xfinity app and, I click. I find Subway City Home Network, and I'm just like, before I click, I have to take a deep breath. I'm like, they're not going to win today, but you're just going to watch the game. And then they give up 8 runs. I proceed to beat my desk for the next 3 hours, and then I go to sleep, and I do it all again the next day. And that's what's going to happen.
Sometimes you also be like, sorry about this lineup, and then they score like 10 runs. It's just funny to me. You never know with the lineup.
Yeah.
You never know.
We've got, well, hold on. I need to see what the lineup was today. What's wrong with the Spottas lineup? Sorry.
It's a reference to somebody.
It's Jeremy Brunham. Bryce Matthews leading off. Yordan Alvarez, Isak Paredes, Christian Walker, Cam Smith, Zach Cole, Zach DeZinzo debut. That's pretty cool. Brandon Shoemake, Cesar Salazar. Hey, Lance, you better pitch the game of your life, dude, because you're getting no run support on the other side, my brother. You better give us 8 shutty, man. Man.
Hey, you never know.
You're right.
You never know. You don't know.
I think the lineup from earlier in the episode actually put up 8 runs. I'm not kidding. I think they put up 8 runs that day versus the.
That's the problem. You never know. Oh, well, we'll have to see where we are by next week. I'm just kind of in a state of, we'll see what happens. I'm not feeling horrible, especially if they can turn it on against the Rangers and the Mariners. But any closing thoughts from you, Jackson?
Well, just expect it to be a gloomy day next Thursday because we suck in Cincinnati. So we're going to a ballpark we notoriously are awful at. I don't think we've won a game there. I don't think we've won a game in Cincinnati in like 2 decades. So that's going to be fun. And then we get to play the Mariners, and Tatsuya Ime gets to face the Mariners again, who he didn't even get 3 outs first. So that's going to be fun. And then we get to play the Rangers, who the little brother just loves to, amp it up when he plays his big bro. So it's going to be, a lot of apologies.
I just want to hope that this Astros are horrible in April always, usually. Let's just hope that May is a strong one. That's my hope. So if you're listening out there, first off, like and subscribe. Secondly, share with your grandma. But let's hope that the May is good for the Astros. So thank you guys for listening. Hopefully they turn it around. We're sorry about Carlos. I wish I could have done something about it. I can't. But more than anything, go Astros. We'll see y'all next time.